Randy Katz, and I am honored to serve as faculty marshal for today's celebration. We are delighted to have you all here to share this day with our graduates. Today's ceremony is being webcast. If you'd like to share the address with family and friends, it is coe.berkeley.edu/BEgrad. To everyone who is already tuned in, welcome. To begin the ceremony, I'd like to invite Sahana Rajasekar to the stage. Sahana is a graduating senior in electrical engineering and computer science and a member of the California Golden Overtones, a UC choral ensemble group. Please stand as Sahana sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Please be seated. Welcome to the 145th annual commencement of Berkeley's College of Engineering. We have close to 800 baccalaureate graduates in the class of 2014, considerably more than the 12 students in UC's first graduating class in 1873. Out of respect for all of our graduates, I ask that everyone please stay for the entire program. Now, please join me in welcoming Shankar Sastry, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Good morning. This is my favorite day of the entire year. I know I speak for all of my faculty colleagues in saying how privileged we feel to have played a role in preparing you for this day. We've asked a lot of you, and you have stood up to the task. We are proud to send you off into the world as graduates of the world's best engineering school. I got to tell you, the script says public engineering school. The day belongs to our graduates. It also belongs to the families who are with us here today. And we congratulate you for supporting our students. You have contributed a lot: money, care packages, and most of all, your love and encouragement. Thank you. And I have one final assignment for the class of 2014. As you head off to careers or further education, I ask you to answer the call of the citizen engineer. Use your engineering talents to create better living conditions, greater prosperity, and a healthier planet for all. Wherever you go, remember that you will always be a Berkeley engineer. Take your responsibilities seriously, stay in touch, and go Bears! I'm now pleased to introduce two seniors who've been given the honor of speaking on behalf of the class of 2014. Rachel Cheng and Helen Sun. Rachel Cheng and Helen Sun met each other during orientation and became classmates and fast friends. They came to us with the novel idea of delivering a tag team student address. This is a first. Let me tell you a bit about each of them. Rachel Cheng is graduating today with a joint degree in bioengineering and material science and engineering. She loves the challenge of finding innovative ways to simplify the complexities of biology so that medical devices and treatments can be invented to develop better global health. She joined research labs here at Berkeley and at UCSF, working on stem cells, prosthetics, and artificial organ technology. Rachel is active with the Society of Women Engineers, where she finds joy in teaching young kids about science and engineering. She also dances with several campus ensembles, including Dancer Works and Feiqian Dancers. Helen Sun graduates today with a degree in bioengineering with a focus on synthetic biology and computational biology. She has spent her time at Cal engaging with the full diversity of our student cultures by joining clubs ranging from the Biomedical Engineering Society to K-Popular. She also discovered a love for teaching and mentoring by helping students with autism learn how to swim and by being an undergraduate instructor. One of her hobbies is writing, and she has made Yelp her creative outlet. She hopes to combine her engineering and writing skills to promote more communication and collaboration among doctors, scientists, and engineers. Please welcome our student commencement speakers, Rachel Cheng and Helen Sun.
Congratulations for making it out here and keeping your caps on so long. Okay. Name, year, major, the safe questions. The time is almost here for us to let go of these overused conversation starters and broken record answers. Instead, we and the rest of the world will be asking each other, what's your story? And for many of us, the dominating force of these stories will be not entropy, but the experiences we created here at Berkeley. Hi, this is Rachel, I'm Helen, and we are a proud part of the College of Engineering class of 2014. We are going to tell you our story.
Coming out of high school, we thought we were unique. We were so ready to become saviors of the world, to single-handedly cure all the types of cancer, or to design the building that will withstand a zombie apocalypse. And when we walked into new student orientation to meet our colleagues, there was this fear of staying in limbo among all these new people when we were so sure of our own place that it was hard not to instantly categorize them as compatible or incompatible based on our first impressions. But we are not binary elements. We are not zeros and ones, yeses and nos. Not entirely positive or negative, we do not absolutely attract or repel each other. When Helen and I first met at orientation, there existed an in-between state. There was no indication that we would become partners in crime. On the other hand, there was no indication that the possibility of friendship was closed off. Yet we both knew each other, and there could be no undoing of introductions. These are the people you are friends with on Facebook, whose pictures you like, but the ones who you will probably never talk to in person. But you have the power to make this merely a transition state, rather than cementing another awkward interaction. As Berkeley students, we have come to master the art of independence. We can all relate to this. Freshman year, we were thrown headfirst into those giant evil introductory courses that are rumored to weed out the worthy from the unworthy. As freshmen, we began to realize that we needed to stop whining and toughen up, because independence was the only way we would survive the next 3 years.
Picture this. It's November 29th, and a 16-year-old me is scrolling through the UC application. Major, what is that anyway? Well, I guess engineering does have a nice ring to it. My immediate interpretation was long nights, independently poring over some problem that would ultimately contribute to some higher endeavor to better mankind. Solitude would be my companion, and as a 74% introvert, I wasn't opposed to the idea. Office hours, those are for the weak. I could do this on my own. I could have friends, but no partners. I could help others, but never would I ask for help. To survive Berkeley, show no weakness. Be independent, be the best. Like many of you, I was ready for any challenge, except, heaven forbid, the group project. And this is where we learn the true definition of the engineering discipline, the part that cannot be described in any dictionary. But while the earliest engineering degrees were broad and could have dealt with anything from motors to shipbuilding, today, we must supplement the word engineer to give true meaning. Slap any subject before engineer: chemical, electrical, environmental, biological. And ta-da, thus is born a new major. This seemingly Cambrian proliferation of engineering professions is the reason we have a college of engineering rather than a single department. And this proliferation itself is not because we want to further distance ourselves from other engineers, but because we acknowledge that to achieve the larger picture, we need people with specific areas of expertise. Contrary to what department allegiances may tell us, we cannot accomplish much of anything on our own. Instead, we must rely on collaboration to cover our weak spots and trust others to rely on us.
For me and Helen, the best moments of college were composed of late-night cramming sessions when the project deadline was 8 a.m. and we were finally feeling the consequences of our horrible habits of procrastination. Our personalities, with all their silliness, would become apparent, and then true bonding would occur. This transparency gave way to sharing crazy and illogical ideas, 100% efficient engines, and genetically engineered Brad Pitt-looking Einstein babies are only a couple of examples. As more of these moments happened, the idea that we were in it together for the long haul became more and more concrete.
But more importantly, we realized that our relationship would extend beyond the project due date. Somewhere along the way, we learned to see each other as more than just teammates or solution guides. We had transformed that initial awkward, undefinable relationship into not just a friendship, but a lifelong connection that would grow and develop, socially, ethically, professionally, and intellectually. Here, we learned that academic relationships can be used to propel yourself forward. And yet, these relationships go beyond academia and teach us that we should not always rely on others, nor always try to carry everything on our own shoulders. Every day, we are giving and taking, learning and teaching, and we will continue like this for the rest of our lives.
Today, as we move beyond our undergraduate careers, many of our relationships have been centered around academic collaboration with those around us. Now is the time to take these collaborations and transform them into indestructible bridges capable of weathering any temporary failure and zombie apocalypse. Only when you are open-minded can there be dependent collaboration of independently constructed ideas that can lead us toward our ultimate goals of changing the world.
Let's look at some examples of great collaborations. Jobs and Wozniak, Watson and Crick, Sherlock and Dr. Watson, Calvin and Hobbes, Mario and Luigi, along with the textbooks, graduate students, online forums, and professors, Our peers are the non-explicitly named resource on the course syllabus. That means not just Piazza. While we don't expect that every person you meet will help you become the next famous pair, you have the choice to harness the potential energy in each new relationship and proactively grow from them. Because that is where the best ideas and most valuable lessons come from. And that is the spirit of Berkeley Engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel and Helen. We're very proud of you. I'm simply delighted. By the way, we made ourselves a note for the future: 2 speakers, 2 microphones, huh? So, I'm simply delighted now to introduce Diane Green, who will deliver today's commencement address. Diane's accomplished career in Silicon Valley has spanned entrepreneurship, technology innovation, and corporate leadership. Diane co-founded and was president and CEO of VMware from 1998 to 2008, taking the company public and to $2 billion in annual revenue. She's currently the founding CEO of an early-stage startup, which does hire some Berkeley graduates, and she serves on the boards of Google, Intuit, and the Peninsula Open Space Trust. She's also a member of the MIT Corporation. Prior to VMware, Diane was CEO of a streaming video company, WeExtreme, which was sold to Microsoft. Earlier in her career, Diane held engineering management and engineering positions at SGI, Tandem, and Sybase. But her resume includes a few surprises. She ran engineering for Windsurfing International, excavated a Spanish galleon in the Western Pacific, and worked as a naval architect designing ships and oil rig deployment systems. She loves to sail. You know, it must have been the right background for IT leadership, you know. She loves to sail and was the 1976 National Women's Dinghy Champion. Diane holds a bachelor's in mechanical engineering from the University of Vermont, a master's in naval architecture from MIT, and a master's in computer science from Berkeley Engineering. She is now a valued member of the College of Engineering Advisory Board. Diane has been described as a standout technologist with an outstanding corporate track record. She is widely recognized for her deep technical skills, her hands-on leadership style, and her entrepreneurial approach to strategy and development. Please join me in having a warm welcome for Diane Green as she delivers the 2014 commencement address. Diane.
Thank you, Dean Sastry, for that great introduction. And first of all, let me congratulate all of you in the UC Berkeley Engineering class of 2014. Woo! And congratulations to your parents and families as well. You must be bursting your buttons with pride. Engineering is fundamental to the survival and the advancement of our human family. And you, the UC Berkeley Engineering class of 2014, therefore are to be congratulated not only for the milestone that we're gathered here to recognize, but for the important work you are about to set out to do. It's a privilege to have been asked to help you celebrate. I've loved my work as an engineer, and I have to say, as the years have gone by, the engineering field has completely transformed itself, most certainly for the better. When I started as a mechanical engineering freshman in 1972, we were still using slide rules. The tools and the scope of engineering have expanded unbelievably since. Engineering is no longer just about plugging numbers into formulas. It touches almost every aspect of our lives, from designing fixes to our planet's problems to enhancing our human capabilities. We can engineer low CO2 emissions, remove pollution from groundwater, fly robot helpers, analyze massive amounts of data, or make artificial organs. We can deliver drugs to tumors via nanocarriers. Engineering today has a deeply human side, and the interface between our engineering creations and ourselves is becoming seamless. The needs have never been more urgent, and the tools and opportunities to create have never been better. I want to encourage all of you to throw yourselves into these opportunities, to always do what most inspires you, and to set out to make real your wildest and most far-reaching imaginings. I've enjoyed the process of reflection that's gone into preparing this address. My path as an engineer, as Dean Sastry said, has taken me far afield, from windsurfer, supertanker, and oil rig design to streaming video, virtualization, and cloud infrastructure software. I've tried to think about the lessons that have made the most difference to me as I've made my way so that I can attempt to share them. One notion that comes to me immediately is commitment. Care enough to give your all to whatever it is you tackle. Engineering is most often a collective activity, so it's not enough that you yourself are committed. Surround yourself with people who share your zeal and intensity. When I was running VMware, engineers periodically would stop by my office. It was rarely to tell me what a good job I was doing. Rather, it was nearly always to make sure I knew how screwed up things were. I loved it when this happened. Not only were they helping to improve the company, but more importantly, I knew that it meant that we would keep innovating because our engineers cared, because they were so committed. Commitment also extends to the people you are building the product for. Knowing that your product or your innovation will make the lives of others better is a powerful motivator. It's incredibly rewarding when passionate and happy users respond to something you've created. When VMware's first product went beta, our customers sent us amazingly appreciative emails. Awesome. Not since man walked on the moon. We had to laugh when one German customer wrote, "Your brains must be bigger than Volkswagens." The bottom line is that there are plenty of problems to solve in this world, so do things you care deeply about and to which you can commit profoundly, knowing that in the process you will be taking small steps to making the world a better place. Another lesson that comes to mind is to seek to be fearless. Fearlessness frees you. If you can control your fears, you're much more likely to be able to master a problem or situation. My go-to tool for controlling fear is to always think through the worst-case scenario. Even if I get hit by that 100-year storm, will things still be okay? Even if everyone I know thinks I'm a loser, well, I'll be okay and I'll still be me. Big visions invite naysayers. When you believe in something and set out to do it, unless you discover a bona fide showstopper, keep going. There are many examples of one-time failures that prove to be huge successes. Elon Musk's Tesla Motors, Steve Jobs' Apple, both saw very dark days and nearly went out of business. In my company, VMware, we launched our flagship server virtualization product twice because the first time, no one noticed and there was no interest. That product made the company, but it almost wasn't. Mastering fear not only will allow you to move forward in the face of adversity, but it will also give you the freedom to be more open to the ideas of others. It's very important to entertain ideas that challenge your biases, and that are contrary to your own perspectives. By all means, hear out those who disagree with you. You may well learn something, and at the very least, your own perceptions will be tested and tempered. Finally, it is essential that you step outside your work and have fun. Allowing yourself to become consumed by a recreational pursuit, whether playing an instrument, climbing a rock face, or collecting old clocks, or dancing, or writing on Yelp, it's the best way I know to regain perspective. Surprisingly, you'll find it is also where some of your best ideas appear. Being out on the water is, for me, the definition of fun. A windsurfing adventure I had about 25 years ago sums up what it's all about. I was on Molokai in Hawaii with 2 friends, and we decided to windsurf to Maui, over about 9 miles of open ocean. The waves and wind were both up, and one of our party broke her mast and shredded her sail in the surf. The other decided to stay with her and not make the crossing. It took a little soul searching, but I calculated that I would be fine on my own, and I went for it. As I got out into the channel, the wind really picked up. The gust that day turned out to be over 40 knots. I had to keep pulling my sail lower and lower to the point where it was practically horizontal to the water. It was incredibly intense, holding the sail just so, using my feet to steer just perfectly through the waves. Getting separated from my board in the Paialolo Channel was not an option because I simply wouldn't have survived. I think every cell and neuron in my body got it. I'm pretty sure that I entered a total Zen state, definitely in the zone, one with the ocean and even with the occasional flying fish skimming the water alongside me. The incredible feeling of intense focus is still vivid. It's etched in my brain, and I've used it ever since. Whenever I need to apply myself more fully, push myself a little harder, I can channel the feeling that I had that morning. That crossing had nothing to do with my work as an engineer, but it was the most fully alive I've ever felt, and it has proven to help me ever since. I learned that I could rise to meet even the most intense adversity, and it reinforced the desire to be all in on whatever I do. Now, you don't need to windsurf the Paialolo Channel, but the takeaway lessons are there. To step outside your comfort zone once in a while, to commit yourself to the max, and to seek control of your fears by focusing intensely. Every once in a while, it will all come together and you'll excel. And most important of all, you'll have fun. So best of luck, class of 2014. Go for it. Okay.
Thank you very much, Diane. You know, we'll be selling windsurfing tickets to Molokai on the right outside as you exit. Many members of the class of 2014 have been involved in projects supporting the College of Engineering. To show their pride in Berkeley, the seniors have given a class gift to the college to benefit their successors for years to come. The class of 2014 Senior Gift Committee is here on stage to present their gift on behalf of the entire graduating class. We've invited committee co-chairs Jose Carrillo and Julie Haduang to say a few words. Jose and Julie.
Dean Sastry, on behalf of the Berkeley Engineering Senior Class of 2014, we are honored to present this check for $70,150 to the College of Engineering In total, 458 of our classmates, comprising an amazing 55% of the senior class, donated to our campaign, more than any past senior class ever. Woo! In addition to thanking the many seniors who gave so generously, I would also like to thank the College of Engineering alumnus Bob Sanderson and members of the UC Berkeley Foundation Board of Trustees, each of whom provided incentives to inspire us to give and increase the impact of our contributions.
As we prepare for the next stage of our lives, whether it be the workforce or further educational opportunities, we will always remember that our current and future achievements were made possible by the education we received here at Berkeley Engineering. So please, consider this check an expression of our gratitude for all that Berkeley Engineering has done for us, as well as an expression of our commitment to its continuing excellence. Thank you, Dean Sastry, and all of our outstanding faculty and staff members for an incredible 4 years. We wish the best of luck to the students who are following in our footsteps. Go Bears!
Thank you. I'll take all of you. Thank you. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2014. And I have to say, they've raised this annual senior gift campaign to a new level. I understand that our seniors engaged in some friendly competition this year to see which department could reach the highest participation rate. We totaled up the numbers just yesterday, and the winning department, with 61% of its seniors giving to the campaign, is bioengineering. May I ask Department Chair Kevin Healy to step up to the lectern. This is actually for the students, but we're giving it to the Department Chair for safekeeping.
I accept on behalf of the students.
Go bioengineering. And by the way, the overall record was 55%, is just an outstanding number. Thank you very much. We will do good with what you've raised for us. I'd now like to recognize some remarkable members of the class of 2014. Seated here on stage are this year's recipients of the departmental citation and related awards that recognize the highest level of achievement in the major. Please stand as I introduce you, and remain standing for a single round of applause at the end. So, Brooke Liang, bioengineering. Brooke is also a finalist for the University Medal. The University Medal is a campus-wide honor that salutes outstanding academic accomplishment as well as a track record of making a difference in people's lives. Jacob Shaw, civil and environmental engineering. Rohin Shah, electrical engineering and computer science. Rohin also is a University Medal finalist. It was rather pleasant yesterday to have sort of a big cohort from engineering in the University Medal round, I have to say. Matthew Melissa, engineering science. Henin Yin Yin Yin, material science and engineering. Daniel Haywood, mechanical engineering. Felicia Agnesti received the Undergraduate Faculty Award from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. And Alexander Voet, the Outstanding Student Award from the L&S major Operations Research and Management Science. Please join me in congratulating our students on this high achievement. Please be seated. I'd now like to recognize the collective accomplishments of the class of 2014. Each one of you is an exemplar of the mission of the college: to educate leaders, to create knowledge, and to serve society. In your studies, you've pursued excellence of the highest order. Many of you have volunteered as mentors to students in K through 12 schools. Many of you have joined faculty and graduate students to discover new solutions and create innovative technologies. And you have helped build a stronger college community and a better world by taking on leadership roles in our many student organizations, competition teams, professional societies, and service programs. I invite the entire class to stand while our family and friends join me in applauding this outstanding cohort of Berkeley engineers, the class of 2014. And now I'm going to turn the tables on our graduates. Please remain standing while I take a moment to recognize the families and friends who have walked with you on your journey. Their emotional and financial support has helped make your education possible. I invite you to express your appreciation to your loved ones by giving a hearty cheer to all of your family and friends here with you today.
Please be seated. Today is a special day, and many of you will be taking photographs. Please keep the aisles at the sides of the stage clear in consideration for those who are seated. Commencement is a proud day for graduates and their families. It is also a proud moment for the University of California. The degrees confirmed by the university attest to the high scholastic achievement of our students and to the fulfillment of the primary task of the university. Today's ceremony recognizes engineers who have earned the degrees Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science. I now invite Dean Shankar Sastry to grant the baccalaureate degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? I have to say there are the whole cohort also. These are the ORMS folks. There's a whole cohort in L&S Computer Science who have their own graduation, and only some of them are possibly here. Okay, so in my authority as Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise? I hope all of you have your tassels on the right. In my authority as Dean of the College of Engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Bachelor of Science. And I now invite you to move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left. This venerable tradition, and perhaps somewhat medieval tradition, signifies your new status as a college graduate. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Certificates will be presented by Dean Shankar Sastry, assisted by Executive Associate Dean Fiona Doyle. Please, please hold your applause until all the candidates are introduced. We begin with the candidates from our Department of Engineering.
That's Department of Bioengineering, apparently the most giving department in the college. Keyang Kai, Adrian Tabula, Vin Ki Ni, Michael Huang, Dan Yu Steiner, Jared Lucas, Norman Bay, Marie Biscara, Michael Ting, Julie Hongdong, Ernest Lai, Jeremy Wang, Albert Liu, Raul Nayak, Vinyakai Viswanadanyam, sorry, Peter Mans, Brian Grubbs, Stephanie Sigbert, Harari Shidaresh Kumar, Rama Patharahi, Samir Kabir, Manali Savant, Jacqueline Liu, Ashkan Jain, Sharari Baraputra, Christy Truong, Neil Chang, Andrew Kwong, Michelle Sinar, Ted Chavakin, Shen Li, Karine Machamp, Roxanne Ali, Neha Tika Pavonar, Yumi Su, Alexis Seymour, Brooke Lang, the University Medalist and Department Citation winner, Michael Pan,
Tai Eng, Philip Lee, Bradley Havens, Angus Sidor, Stephen Tom, Ryan Akiyama, Amanpreet Virk, Zoya Zulfikar, Nisa Kusumo, Rachel Chang, Helen Sun, Thomas Chow, Nirav Dixit, George Sun, Robert Chen, Haley Costigan, Brian Dick, Elias Sedaris, Sarah Saxton, Nathan Poor, Catherine Mellis, Leela Saluyaman, Ada Lee, Eva Lee, Melissa Harrison, Robin Parrish, John Young Kim, Noah Goldman, Andrea Dickey, Andrew Sabor, Choyet Nguyen, Emmeline Chen, Matthew Chen, Jambu Jambulingam, Shilpa Matrani, Jason Wang, Anshum Sud, Vikram Ramakrishnan, Jay Patel, Niraj Astana, Songkwon Hyung, Daniel Wu, Richard Tang, Bochao Lu, Marie Willman, Bei Sun, Wei Zhao, Mimin Melianin, Yi Hyung Sun Ho, Dingwan Chen.
I think that's it.
Congratulations to our newly confirmed Bachelor of Science degree holders now in bioengineering. Congratulations, parents.
Dean Sastry, I present to you the graduates from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Henry Sweat, Ryan Sanders, George Greer, David Lamb, Donovan Yanis, Alexandra Majoulay, Jacob Shaw, the recipient of the departmental citation. Brian Nguyen, Anahita Fallah, Militiades Vratimos, Eric Pepke, Mara Minner, Tammy Kuo, Ingrid Ertzos, Ellen Everidge, Sarah Teplitsky, Alexander Flood, Corey Kramer, Kimberly Young, Sam Rounds, Catherine Marie de la Viega, Spencer Gospi, Ryan Burke, Calvin Blake, Dara Adib, Ivan Busio, Melissa Mikkel, Chui Pang Tiang, Casey Lee, Jordan Toy, May Wang, Aspar Bonsal, Riaz Jiwani, Catherine Miller, Denzel Disa, Stacy Rutherford, Derek Fitzgerald, Halima Qureshi, Stacy Nagelstad, Rebecca Orr, Marissa K. Goodman, Wan Yuin, Thane Tyke, Sylvia Pratama, Lin Shu, Lu Yan, Lu Lee, Qudsiya Wahab, Andrew Richard, Jennifer Marion, David Yermian, Sergey Lalizarian, Arash Shushtatiriya, Nicola Marchini, Woojin Park, Yubo Diwo, Rong Chao Bi, Vincentius Ko, Wei Kit Poon, Xiaomin Zhuang, Patrick Poon, Xiao Lin, Li Han Wu, Emmanuel Flores, Dongwan Kim, Yu Hin Lau, Manhon Lee, Wei Da In, Alexander James Ireland, Justin Skutsky, Marlon Knuzel, Robert Chan, Beiyu Chen, Shichi Li, Shuhao Zhou, Congratulations to all the graduates from the #1 Civil and Environmental Engineering department in the world.
Wait. Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Engineering Science are Ryan Marshall, Matthew Turner, Lukas Steck, William Conacher, Gorlan Yuen, Alberto de Souza, Matthew Roshka, Mitchell Bartolo, Taylor Winchell, winner of the Student Leadership Award, Matthew Melissa, winner of the Department Citation, Adam Gotlin, Philip Wingard, Haley Kim, Maximilian Gioco, Tyler Brabham, Yigang Wang, Kier Garcia, Victor Wanambal, Karina Lai, Aaron Chen, Hiroko Kawana, John Brody Gay. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Science from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research or Bachelor of Arts in Operations Research and Management Science are Ian Herbert, Radine Ahmadian, Shovik Datta, Nathaniel Bailey, Giancarlo Putman, Rishab Singhal, Morgan Fabian, Benjamin Lewis, Sherman Sue, Michael Sui, Johnson Powell, Charles Tsao, Christy Kwan, Tian Liu, Brian McCready, Caroline Wu, Deborah Lee, Kimberly Lam, Toiling Chung, Felicia Angesti, the recipient of the Undergraduate Faculty Award, Zachary Mulder, Nikita Singh, Christopher O, Kelly Chen, Winnie Yan, Jeff Kavu, Maxwell Edie, Jirat Vipagul, Freddie Korneawan, Stephen Belding, Alicia Vera Zeckerly, Mana Nabati, Nicole Fronda, Kaya Morrow, Ionis Kermitsas, Elaine, Suyong Choi, Min Lin, Kao An Wang, Jiaxi Zhu.
This is Worms. I'm sorry? Worms now?
Okay. Alexander Vogt, recipient of the Operations Research and Management Science Outstanding Student Award. E. Joe, Susan Bertner, Brian Wong, Vikram Kandragunta, Sharvani Srivastav, Alexander Barone, Vijay Sridharan. Congratulations to all of this year's graduates.
Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Materials Science and Engineering are John Vance, Stefan Gigax, Camille Martinez, Silas Wolf Gildrich, Calvin Chang, Roger Yuen, David DeSmet, Nathan Brummel, Fakar Singhera, Edwin Chang, Herschel Patel, Darwin Swizzler, Edgar Oliveira, Christine Wong, Michelle Sway, Ryan Ellant, Yang Wang, Adrian Wang, Christine Liu, and Nin Yin Yin Yang, winner of the departmental citation. Congratulations to all the graduates of Materials Science and Engineering.
Dean Sastry. The candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the Department of Nuclear Engineering are Hin Lee, Stephen Kaplan, Grant Buster, Brigitte Badro, Un Nguyen, Anthony Lubers, Surmita Tarbe, Deepa Khatri, Eric Smith, Nathan Pardeti, Daisuke Kazama, recipient of the department citation, was not able to attend today. Let's give a big round of applause to our graduates.
Dean Sastry, candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the #1 public mechanical engineering program in the country are Kyle Zampiglione, Samuel Cohen, Benjamin Chen, Brian Graff, William Connick, Seth McFarland, Rory Timar, Dodge Williams, Kelly Goodman, Mark Guidoni, Luisa Avillar, William Van Gordon Short, Cameron Winrow, Eric Kramer, Justin Eng, Chi Shen Lin, Andrew Truong, William Wang, Liu Liu, Kareem Aushu, Chirag Soni, Daniel Haywood, winner of our department citation. Congratulations, Dan. John Wilcox, Tomer Usaf, Ayush Saxena, it is all about ME, isn't it? Harrison Lee, Carter Chung, Stephanie Su, Wingkit Hung, Shuyu Yang, Isaac Spiegel, Nolan Wagoner, Marina Okada, Diana Cynthia Tan, Ronak Anand, Narek Akobian, Wesley Lee, Nathan Lin, Kevin Noto Hampajo, Jason Huang, Sherry Lee, Zachary Hauser, Gordon Yang, Paul Leutzer, Alan Ng, Matthew Chong, Jason G, Peter Kwan, Jonathan Kim, Claire Whitty, Trijan V. Train, Eric Talmantes, Stanley Liu, Monica Wilhelm. Hi, Monica. Animesh Metrahajala, Benjamin Steele, Sunita Venkatesh, James Burstein, Marco Gutierrez, Melvin Matthew, Sawan Tiwari, Nelson Wang, Tanyu Wang, Benjamin Butler, Sam Snyder, Tasha Hudson, Roya Falaferuzi, Saman Sadi, Sebastian Yen, Jonathan Saltz, Stephen Salva, Chris Junk, Junyoung Choi, Kangjin Choi, Siho Jong, Bernard Kim, Jordan De Leon, Kevin Diaz, Kevin Huang, Harlan Kuo, Thomas Brubaker, Daniel Liu, Abhishek Kimka, Andrew Faroni, Ben Hightower, Aaron Winkers, Tuan Nguyen, Mong So, Yubao Dao, Abram Mishran, Nicholas Sabatini, Kyle LaFleche, In-Hwan Peck, Eric Olson, good work, Eric. Landon Henson, Mohammed Jaffan Rusht, Borna Dekhani, Pardi Ganji, who says engineers don't have class? Ali Akbar Tojan, Monica Paul, Eric Sunksen, Keely Marr, George Hertlein, James Crojan, Jared Karp, hey Jared, Sarah Carey, Thomas Sekota, Dolph Rabin, Kaiho Edgar Chung, Heng Jin, Alexander Tang, Colin Shanahan, Nolan McPeak Bechtold, Matthew Cameron, Peter Nakamoto, Suan Tay, Amelia Swan, Yasmin Rubio, Johan Lyon, Kyle Swanson, Lisa Torres, John Louis Polino, Christopher John Gonzalez, Grant Paulson, Andrew Dang, Shrireg Jakrushanan, Stephanie Chang, Jiyong Lee, Samuel Yun, Jonathan Wong, Rondon Tian, Henry Pham, Joyoung Moses Yu, Peter Kim, Spandan Bandyopade, Andrew Kim, Josh Stroud, Michael Judy, Joseph Robbins, Monica Moel, Rohan Kandler, Christopher Marian, Anton Savinov, Hani Ismaili, Nikhil Subramaniam, Vivaksena Ravichandran, and last but not least, San Gao. Congratulations to the graduates of Mechanical Engineering for 2014.
You're going to need this. Dean Sastry, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor's of Science from the greatest Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences in this world, and many others, are Andre Wu, Inderjit Jutla, Sunil Srinivasan, Brandon Long, Kenny Doe, Timothy Zhu. C.B. Venkatasan. Jojit Da. Aditya Vohura. Anikit Sonegi. Joshua David Goldberg. George Deng. Stephen Chen. Pratik Reddy. Henry Liu. Justin Wang. Jonathan Chen. Daniel Wong. Zirong Gon. Daniel Wu Taipei. Stephen Hong. Jonathan Su. James Jiho Han. Byron Choi. Michael Jun. Alec Hoey. Rowan Saw is receiving the departmental citation. Rowan Saw. Steve Wang. Kyle Chiang. Jerry Ling. Allison Hall. Robin Sylvan. Jasper Lee. Brandon Lee. Jafu Zan. Aparna Varma. Rowan Jitani. Alexander Rahul Ramos. Eric Iverson. Dodam Hong. Tony Wong. Brian Kim. Albert Jihong Oh. Kwang Nguyen. Quest Liu. Andrew Miyasato. Stephen Chu. Christopher Lam. Sarah Weiner. Louis Wren. Bhavik Singh. Eugene Huang. Henry Wu. Rahul Basu. Richard Huang. Louis DiPomo. Douglas Chan. Nikola Radnovic. Neil Rao. Atash Parikh. Samir Makani. Kevin Funkhauser. Gregory Roberts. Jimmy Zhang. Ying Kai. Ruchika Gupta. Claire McGinty. Jian Mok. Sahana Rajasakar. Christine Lowe. Ernest Patrick Trio. David LeBrun. Howard Mao. Paul Yado. Michael Vogel. John Gabriel Buckmaster. Eugene Fong. Katrina Chang. Eric Chu. Ray Bloom. John Liham. Lingwei Meng. Yang Lung Chang. Sarah Hong. Aram Jain. Joseph Minter. Andrew Won. Mukul Murthy. Pio Kiwa. Govind Ramnarayan. Yunjai Cho. Edwin Liao. Kelvin Chow. Alan Xiao. Nicholas Chang. Kyle Lian. Tiffany Wong. Ankush Gupta. Samuel Tu. Maximilian Burkhart. Zachary Mayeda. Jiong Shim. Denise Doam. Wesley Liang. Case Walker. Kimberly White. Emily Andrews. Daniel Inbar. Ian Ju. Pedro Amaral. Raphael Townsend. Kevin Spivak. Jeremy Scholten. Franklin Gu. Dennis Liao. Kevin Zhang. Gavin Saldanha. Unsu Chimala Ramanya. Tyrus Tennyson. Alexander Stone. Joshua Lamb. Kevin Fung. Kevin Yamamoto. Eric Mao. Kevin Insuk Lee. Kevin Chang. Jody Liu. Kevin Funga Decha. Sanakit Supanaranpun. Christopher McIntyre. Nikhil Kohli. Shiv Pandey. Andrew Sito. Sean May. Samuel Roselle. Bruce Govia. Alan Christopher. Thomas Yoon. Jamie Kai. Patrick Harvey. Sridhara Tatit Pamela, Gerald Fong, Sharad Vikram, Medrad Nikatnami, Lionel Honda, Christina Wong, Juntao Mao, Andrew Zai, Amy Boone, Sean Taylor, Lawrence Supian, Michael McCormick, Lucas Sloan, James Ferguson, Thomas Gaynor, Amy Zhang, Robert Takong, Lu Cheng, Ben Skleroff, William Walker, Herschel Patel, Arjun Chopra, Andrew Gambardella, Jonathan Ho, Colin Murphy, Ryan Killery, Chris Henze, Yale Chen, Isaac Wu, Carrie Chow, George Yu, Matthew Fong, Stephanie Gee, Christina Kyo, Brittany Chang, Christopher Sector, Xingho Lui, Vivek Nidyavila, Tarek Almutaseb, Omar Ramadan, Vineet Nayuk, Saveen Sani, Vaibhav Agarwal, Tenzin Nima, Abhinav Vadrevu, Felix Lee, Orr Wiseman, Albert Lowe, Chinyan Yan, Kano Lau, Kalong Kong, Lei Ming, Jack Lambert, Xiaohong Zhang, Hyosong Kim, Yoonho Kim, Junyon Kwok, John Hun Kwok, Woo Young Choi, Alex Carlson, Mohammed Daniel, Sumit Sharma, Fei Yong Tu, Tao Pang, Chioran Yu, Rajiv Kinra, Aaron Lee, Samid Ramadugan, Henry Bradlow, Nikhil Neti, Akil Neti, Brian Cote, Cody Chung, Vikram Aruza, Michael Lin, Christian Peterson, Mark Juppy, Jason Chen, Kong Chen, Andy Hu, Ian Ackerman, Christopher Chiang, Andrew Chen, Jerry Chung, Chun Hao Huang, Moika Tagagi, Yuki Ota, Felix Lee, Christopher Basai, Jose Carrillo, Daryl Yu, Jeremy Frank, Justin Chan, Satej Soman, Zaid Inam, Tyler Adams, Devanand Ramalingam, Jeff Levency, Nadir Baiden, Kevin Simmons, Amrit Kashyap, Ian Mayer, Timothy Brown, Harvey Feng, Manisha Irabutini, Vamsi Chitters, Ziyuan Guan, Alex Fatlan, Shen Yung Zhao, Hei Ma, Sijia Lee, Robert Gleichman, Benjamin Leo, Nikhil Chada, Adam Wong, Achal Soni, Suju Rao, Boris Lin, Rohan Sakdev, Paljot Singh, Manish Raja, Mona Gupta, Shidi Huang, Jonathan Shu, Ashley Sun, Stefan Eisenberger, Guillaume Belagarda, David Su, Alice W. Lee, William Koo, Jessica Wu, Calvin Wu, Samuel An, Sungju Lee, Eric Xiao, Gani Bhaskara, Rico Ardisia, Dhruv Narang, Ashkan Sarudi, Tongsu Wu. Elizabeth Isaac. Benjamin Lee. Jefferson Lai. Goshamnat Singh. Aniruddha Dasgupta. Rohan Varma. Logan Short. Kevin T. Rudy Dai. Mark Miyashita. Anthony Sutarja. Harrison Wallace. Chris Siegler. Ashwin Marathi. Michael Roeder. Michael Bao. Yeren Kim. Jahi Lee. Jin Myung Kwak. Unsung Son. Milkent Samsurya. Jelson Santos. Jihao Lee. Michael Lee. Shiming Chen. Dung Pham. Tri Tai. Quan Dong. Nhat Nguyen. Koa Tran. Than Hien. Kevin Wei Yang Lee. Jin Zheng. Ravi Punje. Anirudh Garg. Raymond Bergstrom Wood. Hala Diab. Vivian Zhang. Syed Shaim Ashravazada. Hector Ramos Martinez. Augusto Seminario. Chamruin Sok. Chantra Bun. Abi Desai. Roland Wu. Zachary Feldman. Last but not least, Stephanie Hui. Dean Sastry and all join me in congratulating the Bachelors in Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences.
Thank you, everyone, and best wishes to our graduates. Doing a handstand or a forward flip is very impressive, but doing that while taking a selfie, now that would really be worthy of Berkeley engineers. If anything, our students through their engineering education have learned how to accomplish tasks on time, in fact, 18 minutes ahead of time, and on budget. So to close today's program, I would like to invite the singers from the University Chorus to perform Sons and Daughters of California.
California, a loyal company. All shout for California while we strive for victory. All sing the joyful chorus as our colors we unfold. Then hurrah for California and for the blue and gold. We are sons of California, fair mistress of the sea, and we'll win for California her glorious destiny. Then raise the joyful chorus as the colors we unfold, for we'll win for California and for the blue and gold.
Congratulations again to our class of 2014. You are now and forever Berkeley engineers and alumni of the finest university in the universe. Be proud. As you embark on your career or continue your education, you will remember these years at Berkeley with fondness. Come back and share your experiences and pass on your knowledge to the students who follow you. Participate as active alumni. Stay in touch with each other and with us through the contacts noted in your program. And keep those checks coming. This concludes our commencement ceremony. You are invited to the receptions held by the individual departments of the College of Engineering. The location of each is listed in your program. Best wishes to our graduates, and thank you for being part of today's celebration.